Chef Robert Irvine is a world-renowned celebrity chef, entrepreneur, and the host of Food Network's hit show Restaurant Impossible. But he's also a passionate philanthropic supporter of our nation's military.
Yeah, Chef is in D.C. this week for his annual fundraising gala to support the Robert Irvine Foundation. But he also stopped by the Great Day Studios so we could chat about why he loves to serve those who serve our country. Chef Robert Irvine, so good to have you back on Great Day Washington.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. It's been a while.
It has been, and I know you're a very busy man, so we appreciate you taking a few minutes out. What has this year been like? You've been traveling all over.
I can tell you 345 days has been crazy, from Poland to Iraq to Germany, Gitmo coming up, the Eisenhower after that, England tomorrow. So it's been kind of crazy.
But you love it.
But I wouldn't have it any other way.
Wow. So you're all over the world, and you recently had an event here in D.C. Tell us about that.
So Red Wine and Blues is an amazing event. You know, I'm a veteran myself, so highlighting veterans and what they do is really important. It's all about putting military folks together in a room and celebrating. And it started off in the morning where we had the Enlisted Aid of the Year, which are what I call the unsung heroes behind the admirals and generals that take care of them every day. So yesterday in the Pentagon in the Hall of Heroes, we honored 5 branches. Each individual person got a great plaque and recognized in their files, and then last night accumulated with this amazing dinner.
So the Robert Irvine Foundation, I know you focus a lot on military, but I've met you at the Easter Seals event. What is the focus of your foundation?
The focus is really about the men and women who wear the cloth of our nation and our first responders, mental health and physical health. And we achieve those goals with our members and families by resiliency, food programs, community programs, financial aid programs, and wellness. So if I talk about mobility, iBot. So if you're in a wheelchair, we have an iBot program or mobility program that stands you up at eye level, goes up and down stairs on its own.
Incredible.
It's really restoring the independence of the person that's in a wheelchair. We have dog programs. We have post-traumatic stress where the dog actually picks you, and then we train you for a year with it, and then we give you the dog. We have feeding programs. So twice a week around the world somewhere, we will be feeding active duty men and women and their families. Again, we just did 3,000 people in Germany for 4th of July, which was amazing. But we also have Reuniting the Brave program, where we've just put 750 Marines, the 1st Battalion, 5th Marines, back together after 20 years, put a memorial in Camp Pendleton, and all marched up there and memorialized those that didn't come back. So I think the programs that we have are really helping the resiliency, the post-traumatic stress, the post-traumatic growth, all the things that we don't see. Yes, we see burns and we amputees and we see whatnot, but we don't see the invisible wounds.
I think knowing that they're not forgotten too, right? Yeah. You know, people move on, lives move on, and so to have somebody like you and the folks in your foundation, like, we remember you, we celebrate you.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think sometimes America gets so busy in its own lives, and they forget that we've been, you know, the longest war in history, in our history, living history, has just finished. But we still have the remnants of those wars, those people with post-traumatic stress, with injuries, amputees, and we have to take care of them. We you know, when they sign up and put their hand up and we say we're going to take care of you for the rest of your life, and we don't do a good job of that. That's why the foundations, specifically ours and Easter Seals and all the other folks that we work with, they are the catalyst to help where the government fails.
Yeah, well, thank you for all that you do and putting it in the spotlight. How can Americans get involved and help support what you're doing?
Well, they can go to the robertirvinefoundation.org webpage. I would suggest that if you go there, you have a box of tissues, because it's very emotional. I mean, I broke out in tears at the event last night. 10 years ago, I give some folks a couple of $1,000s to help them out. And we run a program right now called Let's Chow. It's putting veterans in food trucks and teaching them business and then putting them in brick and mortar. And little did I know they were there last night running a food truck, and it was very emotional. So check out the website. You can donate. We have a donation page there, or you can just come and volunteer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Easy enough. Thank you, Chef. We appreciate you.
You're so welcome.
Incredible work.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
He's a great man.
Such a great person.
I met him earlier this year at the Easter Seals fundraising gala, and he and his staff did all the food for everybody. And he's just tireless in giving back. Like, you asked him, right? Like how he keeps up with everything.
All that travel, he said, what, 346 days a year that he
Yeah.
travels? And still, he's just so vibrant. And he said it's because he loves it.
And because he loves it. That's what keeps him going. All right, to learn more about the great work that Chef Irvine and the foundation do, or to volunteer, visit robertirvinefoundation.org.